This listening practice is 3 times more efficient. In this English lesson, I will show you a 3-step process that will help you improve your listening comprehension so you can understand native speakers anywhere, anytime, and not only teachers like me. If you don't know me very well, hi, how's it hanging? I'm Teacher Prix, and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. That really helps because every week, there's a different kind of English lesson to help you on your journey to English fluency. So, listening comprehension, a listening practice that is 3 times more efficient, and I prepared a present. Haha, stay with me until the end to find out how to get the practice I prepared for you today. But guys, here on my channel, I focus on intermediate speakers. You may not finish this video, but this is something you need to remember. Without a proper listening practice, you may end up wasting time and doing unnecessary exercises that will keep you stuck. So it is paramount that you change your actions. And the 3-step process that I'm going to share in this video, as well as other ideas, will help you improve your listening comprehension. Now, that being said, it doesn't matter what the source is. It doesn't matter. Okay, oh, Priscilla, podcasts or movies or TV series or the news or TED Talks, which one is better? The one you like the most. Huh? Which one do you like listening to? Are you more excited about listening to the news, watching TV series, movies, podcasts, interviews? You name it, okay? As long as you follow the process I'm going to teach you, you're good to go. But there are 2 things you must follow, okay? There are 2 things that matter, and I will explain them to you. The first thing, duration. Yes. Priscilla, podcast, a movie. Some movies are 2 hours long. Some TV series are 1 hour long. So you said any source. Yes, but the duration is what really matters, okay? And I will explain why. You can listen to a podcast that is 1 hour long, or you can listen to short extracts from that same audio file, from that same podcast. The longer the audio file you choose, the more complex it gets to use that source as a listening practice source. Okay, and that's my point here. The duration is what is going to determine how complicated your practice gets. And I know you could be thinking, yeah, but I want to understand that 1 hour video. Yes, I know you want to get to that level. But to get to that level, you don't need to start with the 1 hour exercise. You can reduce. Duration matters a lot. And one thing that you need to understand here is there's listening to improve and listening to distract. When I go to the gym, I like to walk on the treadmill for 40 to 1 hour, okay, 40 minutes to 1 hour. And when I do so, I love listening to interviews, okay? Absolutely love doing that. But that's not my listening practice, okay? When I am doing my listening practice, my exercises are much shorter and explore a variety of challenges and exercises to help me boost my listening comprehension so that when I am on a treadmill, I understand what they're saying. So this is something you need to accept, okay? That there's listening to improve and there's listening to distract. And I have nothing against them. Entertainment is good. It's nice to listen to a podcast on the way to work when you're driving, but that is a distraction. That's not the focal point. And if you want to level up, if you want to comfortably listen while you're driving or listen while you're running, while you're cooking, you need to get down to shorter audio files and change the way you work on them. Which leads me to the second thing that absolutely matters, which is the process. The word here suggests exercise process, okay? And I love the saying, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, okay? And I think this is the challenge nowadays in our society. People want a result, but they don't want to break the eggs and make the omelet. They want the omelet, but they don't want to break the eggs and cook, okay? And unfortunately, you can't go to a restaurant and order listening comprehension, please. Yes, that'll be all, huh? It would be spectacular, But that doesn't work, okay? That's not how it works when it comes to listening comprehension. So my suggestions here, they will be based on exercise. And when I give an exercise to my students, for example, in my academy, I give lots of different listening exercises to help them. This doesn't work. You can't do the listening exercise in the car while driving, while exercising. That doesn't work. So you can't make an omelette without breaking some eggs, which means what I'm about to share with you here, the 3 steps, they require focus. They require eliminating distractions. They require considering your listening practice as the focal point of that moment you set aside to study, okay? So step 1, you're going to divide your listening practice into detail and general. General and listening and detail practice. And to do that, my recommendation is pick an audio file, any kind, okay? That is up to 5 minutes. So you can pick a short scene from a movie. I recommend having variety, okay? A movie, a TV show, a podcast, a documentary, an interview. I recommend having variety, but short scenes, 5 minutes, okay? And it's so easy to find short audio files on the internet nowadays, okay? Here on YouTube, it's so easy, okay? And your goal here is you're gonna listen to this file, watch this file, or listen to this file twice. No pausing, okay? You're gonna listen once, take notes, listen again, take notes. That's practice time, okay? And when you finish this first step, you're going to analyze your notes, see what you wrote, and then organize that idea into a short paragraph. You're doing practice, and writing helps with memorization, okay? If you forget things a lot, if you're constantly forgetting what you study, consider writing more. There are other exercises you can do, but writing is not my focus today, but you should be writing. So you finish listening twice, organize the ideas, and write a short paragraph describing the main idea of that source you listened to or watched, okay? I prepared a special activity for you today based on this lesson. The link is in the description of this video, but stay with me until the end because you need to understand the next steps, okay? So step 1, choose a file. I did that for you. I want you to implement the recommendations from today's lesson, okay? So give them a try and then come back here and tell me in the comments, wow, Priscilla, it was easy. Oh, Priscilla, it was a little bit more difficult. I want to know how it goes with you, okay? And before I continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I would love it if you could share this lesson with a friend. That really helps my channel grow, and you could be helping someone who really needs this lesson, okay? And in addition to today's content, I have 2 things you should definitely consider. The first one is my listening mastery workshop that shows you the do's and don'ts when it comes to listening mastery. You should get it, okay? And the second thing, my study plan. If you want to achieve English fluency, you have to follow a plan that will lead you there faster. And that's what I teach. But here we go. Step number 2, you're going to listen again, twice more. No pausing, okay? Forget pause. In real life, there's no pause button. So in your practice, there shouldn't be a pause button either, okay? Now, you're going to focus on details. And when you're doing this exercise alone, it can be difficult to to understand the difference between detail and general. With my students in my program, for example, in my academy, they already have exercises. I create everything they need to do, and I guide them in understanding the difference between general and detail. But in your case, as you're doing this practice alone, you need to figure out what is detail. And a few examples could be specific examples when they give a main idea and then they start exemplifying, okay, to make you understand the concept the person is explaining. Opinion, personal opinion, dates, and places, locations, examples. So this could be details, okay? You're gonna have a listening exercise. Practice this. And as I said, use short video scenes, from movies, TV shows, from podcasts and interviews, and you will understand by doing this what is general and what's detail, okay? Only by the repetition of this process, you will understand what is general and what's detail, okay? And it is tricky. I do this with my students. I know it's a challenge for them. And do not use subtitles. Do not use a transcript. Not yet. Okay? If you're alone, it may be more difficult to find sources with subtitles or transcripts. But today, there are many options out there. Okay? And once you finish this second part of listening again and paying attention to details, examples, dates, okay? Then you're going to write another paragraph describing these details, okay? That's all you got to do. And finally, step 3. Now you're going to listen again if you want and as many times as you want because your comprehension exercise is over, okay? It is over because now you can, if you are watching a video, you can turn on the subtitles. And if you have the transcript, now you can use the transcript, okay? Your focus is different now. Now your focus is on vocabulary, okay? So you will have to dedicate time studying vocabulary, pronunciation, and intonation. You shouldn't stay in this terrible loop of listening, but not improving because they don't study vocabulary, they don't study pronunciation and intonation. I need to become familiar with the way native speakers speak. And to do that, only listening doesn't work. I need to listen actively. I need to listen actively. Pay attention, okay? Get the transcript. Look at the way the person is saying something. Go back to the transcript. The way they connect the sounds. Vocabulary, expressions, things they used. These will all impact your comprehension. Okay, so if you don't do this part of the process, you will not notice any change. That's why the recommendations from this video revolve around eliminating distractions. Your listening practice is your focal point. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Get the link to the exercise in the description of this video. Okay, and promise me that you will come back and tell me how it went. Bye.